I'm Walter Spires with Desperate Men and OnlyJesus.life Ministries, and let me wish you a Merry Christmas. It's that time of year, and what a year it's been. This is going to be the most unusual Christmas we have ever experienced in our lifetime. This entire year has been. But despite all that's been going on, we have not stopped trying to breathe into the lives of men and women to help encourage them with the truths of the gospel, as we say it, biblical truths for life. Now more than ever, it's needed. It's interesting for us because for many months, my ability to go in and disciple men in prison and homeless and in the mission in different places was shut down. But out of that grew an incredible new arm of our ministry called OnlyJesus.life. We look at Desperate Men Ministries as that discipleship, disciple-making arm. Jesus told us to go make disciples. And now OnlyJesus.life are the messages I've been writing and teaching every week faithfully on Facebook Live and YouTube to continue to encourage and evangelize people to come to Christ. That's a very exciting thing that's come out of this. Now, where our challenge lies is that we did not do a single donor ask this year, being sensitive to the needs of others, the poor and the homeless, those who needed just basic things like food and shelter, and we help support that. And so now we find ourselves in a situation where we need to ask you to give, and I'm going to do that unashamedly because it's what the Bible teaches. So our needs are twofold. We need to catch up. That would be one-time gifts for year end. Everything's tax deductible that comes here depending on your tax status, and you check with your accountant about that. And then we're making a big push this year and into next year for monthly givers. And we've developed 3 levels for that, and I'll be speaking more about that later on. Last week I got to go up to the women's mission for the first time in months and give out hundreds of Bibles to the homeless women there and also the children that were there. And I have the Bibles that I gave to them, the little bitties. There's some that are infants all the way up to teenagers. But for the little ones, we got this Bible, and I was so excited. It's a beginner's Bible. And the reason I was excited to do that, because my children were weaned on this. Every one of them had this very same Bible with a different cover, as I show you these pictures of my grandsons. So let me ask you 3 questions. What kind of world are we leaving them? Are we going to be able to continue to breathe into their lives and raise up young Christian warriors, young men and women, soldiers of the cross? And the last question is this: what are you doing? What is your part? Are you coming alongside and encouraging missionaries, messengers like me that God is sending into places that a lot of people don't want to go? Sending a message into the church as a reminder that in this time we live, there are no political solutions for spiritual problems, and we live in a world of spiritual problems. It's a challenging time. And we're going to continue to preach and teach the truths of the gospel, to evangelize and to disciple men and women for Christ, and hope you'll come alongside and help us do that. And here are 3 ways you can give. You can Venmo us, as a lot of our millennial kids like to do. Our Venmo account is at Walter-DMM for Desperate Men Ministry. That's at Walter-Desperate Men Ministry, DMM. You can go to the website. The link is right here, and donate directly. This is a very safe and secure way to donate online. And if you prefer to mail a check, as some of you do for security reasons, you can mail it to this address made out to Desperate Men Ministries, 1330 Summerhaven Circle, Franklin, Tennessee, 37069. My prayer is that you don't ask God, can you help, but how much can you help? And then you act on that for Christ's sake. Thank you.